everybody. Wanted to talk about why being a medium is being selfless. Let me begin with thinking that the best show that someone can put on TV, honestly, I was just thinking about this the other day, talking to students about it, is the process of becoming a medium. And all that we hold on to in the process, and the things that we gotta let go and we can't hold on to, we have no options to. To decide to really embrace healing this world and the next. Good morning, Shannon. We really have to be selfless because we are having to be strong enough to say, I understand people might have different views and different opinions due to different reasons, whether that is religion or fear or, Hollywood has done a good job at making what we do woo-woo. And we have to be strong enough to say, I know what I feel and I know that it brings good. So I'm going to live my life giving because my heart and my soul feels fulfilled and full when I'm giving. So to be a medium, we're selfish because we sacrifice being away from our families. At this point in my development, I'm away from my family a certain time of the year. I'm traveling and I'm teaching. I'm teaching online. I'm teaching in the center here in Chicago. And honestly, people say, I don't know how you do it, but I don't know how I would do it without doing this, because for me it's a selfless act, but it is a fulfilling act. For me, being able to give the spirit world a voice is the most beautiful thing that I have ever experienced in my life. Yes, I love the fact that there's healing in this world, but the most beautiful part I think that I take is listening to the beauty and love of the memories they bring. But the most beautiful part is the healing message and how it makes sense and it just all blends together. This is something that we don't read in books, or it's not taught in school. So you have to have faith in what you know. What you know that you know in your heart. I know me personally, I was raised Catholic. We didn't go to church every Sunday, but we were raised with morals. We understood do unto others how you want them to do unto you. And we followed all of the things, Easter, not eating meat, fasting, different things. And so, for me, I was afraid because I really dived into this from a near-death experience, and all I could think of is everybody that had told me prior to that moment, you are here to help people, and you have vision, and too much going on. I was a young mom. I was then a single mom of 3, so much going on in my life. And what really allowed me to grasp onto this and hold on to this was when I thought at that moment that I had a possibility that I was gonna die through surgery. Thinking of my kids, and the first thing that came to my mind was, God, don't take me, my kids need me. And I promise you that I have faith in you because you never abandoned me. And those footprints in the sand were your footprints holding me up when I was living in cars, when I was 14, when I was in the streets making money because that is the only way that I knew how, when I didn't have diapers or food for my kids, when I, grew up in a home where there was violence and it was very difficult for me. I was always sick to my stomach to the point that at the age of 14, my stomach couldn't even tolerate orange juice. It would throw it up. I couldn't be around a lot of people. I would just become irritated and fussy, and so my spirituality was always very present. I didn't know that's what it was. I didn't know that it would lead to me being who I am today. But if he never abandoned me, why would he abandon me now? And I asked God, get me out of this. Don't take me. I'm not ready to go. I said, I will pursue helping people because I've always done it my whole life. And it won't be something that is a sacrifice, Lord. I already do it. Just show me how to do it your way. Show me. And, it's been 14 years developing, and now, working as a spiritual teacher, a medium, doing shaman work, which I'm completely in love with. I'm the baby shaman. I'm just learning, what is in my DNA as a native. What is it that really makes you happy? Being a medium is selfless because you love to love people. You genuinely love to love people. You genuinely don't understand pain in the world. Yes, I'm a human being, and I get mad at people, and I get upset and angry, and I want to tell people off. But I don't understand the plotting, how people can plot against each other or take people down or take people's lives. Like, I just can't comprehend that. It's a selfless act. Being autistic is an absolutely beautiful thing. These souls just can't understand this world. They don't understand the loudness of it, emotionally, mentally, physically. They don't get it, and that's kind of sort of how a medium kind of sort of feels. A medium feels different. And are we, able to have the strength to say, hey, my name is Lillian and I'm a medium, and know that, gonna go through criticism, you're gonna lose friends, you're gonna lose people, but the desire to help people makes you selfless, and makes that selflessness be a gift to you. Because what we take from allowing the other side to have a voice, whether that is through healings that you do to people, whether that is through loved ones coming in, is so priceless. This world knows what they know, and they stick to what they know. But what is most important is what we don't know exists, and what is inside of us. And if we believe that we are the light within each other, and if we come together, that becomes one, and it becomes more powerful. How beautiful would that be? Mediums are a very small percentage in this world, but we're a small percentage in numbers, but we're a loud percentage in light. And I will do this till I die, as I promised to God that I would, but also because I understand that moment would just lead to me being full of who I am. And I'm going to be full of who I am till I die. And I want everybody to be full of who they are. I want everybody to not be afraid to know that life exists after death, and that the beauty of it is greater than the fear that will come by being different. I don't judge anybody due to religion. I think all religions are beautiful. I really do. I think that they are amazing. Every belief leads to harmony inside everybody's soul. So that's okay. If people believe in different things, but they're brought to the same thing so that the world can be in harmony, that's okay. And who is one to say that the other's right? And who is one to say that the other's wrong? I think that that's just a human process. It's not something that keeps us together. Spirituality is oneness. Sometimes, just sometimes, guys, I'm just saying, religion, it is individuality. It separates us in groups, and that's, to me, so sad. I don't understand that. Like I said, I have my beliefs. No one will take them away from me. I don't care. I will continue my Catholic beliefs as a medium, because I can do what I want, because I'm a free soul, and I'm not to be put in a box, and I'm not to be told what to do and live that way. I'm to be told what to do by the voice of my soul, and I hope that everybody is selfless enough to find what their soul is saying and to really follow through with it. Being a medium, it requires healing. It requires us going through shadow work, looking at our own hurts, because the way that we heal is the way that we lose density in our physical body, allowing our physical body and spiritual body to work together. And when that happens, we start to feel less anger, less pain, less hurt. But does that mean that a medium will never have to do shadow work again? Absolutely not. That's just the beginning of shadow work. That is the beginning of shadow work. And it is a selfless act for one to say, I want to be a better person so that I can be a better person, not just for myself, but for everyone. I want to explain to people how I became that better person through the process of being a medium. Mediumship is way more than what people realize and think. Mediumship is loving yourself. Because if you can love yourself, you're not afraid to love other people, even when they don't deserve forgiveness, or even when you're looking at somebody that's just lost. Their soul is lost. Like, I look at people that are addicts and their soul is so far away from their physical body, from their eyes. Makes me want to cry. Makes me sad. It makes me want to hug them. It makes me want to sit with them for 30 minutes and treat them like a normal human being, just because. When was the last time they got treated like somebody that had integrity? When was the last time a bum got hugged? I know, might sound disgusting to some people, but if I see a bum, I'm going to shake their hand. I'm going to hug them as I'm giving them, some food, as I'm giving them something to drink. So what? Go shower. So what? When was the last time that person received that love? It's hard. I know. I get it. We're all healing. Emotions are what we're really controlled by. It's not our mind. It's our emotions and the triggers that it brings to our emotions. It really, really is. So a medium has to look at the hurts, sit with shame, sit with fear, sit with apathy, see what comes up, what memory comes up, and sitting in that, and really allow yourself to transmute that, to change that, due to the tools of spiritual hygiene and Lord being the first and foremost. I mean, without God, without the higher being, whatever you want to call it, none of this would exist. Without that consciousness, none of this would exist, period, point blank. Being a medium is selfless because I get up in the morning thinking about this. I go to sleep thinking about it, and I don't mind. Sometimes my family misses me. Sometimes I have to remind myself to slow down and be present for them. Sometimes I have to go through my own human experiences, but I have to put it aside to be 110% of what the people that come to me need me to be, without me giving my own personal human experience or emotions or whatever I have going on in my life. I have to be selfless enough to put that aside and be happy and humbled that I'm helping someone and that someone is trusting me. There's so many reasons why a medium is selfless, and that to me is a great thing to present to the world. The process of a healer, the process we go through and we continue to go through, looking at ourselves, looking at the things that we're not proud about, accepting them and healing them, so that the way that we heal, we can heal other people. And that's why being a medium is selfless, period. A policeman is selfless. A fireman is selfless. Social workers are selfless. Many people are selfless. I'm just saying I'm a medium and I'm expressing what my view is. Being a spiritual teacher, you have to be selfless, because when your students start this journey, they're going to resist releasing the ego or having the control that has kept them safe for so long. You as a spiritual teacher are now looking at not only the physical body of that person, but also the spiritual body of that person without judgment. And that's not always easy, because you might be caught in the crossfire, because you might be the one person that represents that person healing something that they're just not ready to heal. And you might be looked at as that negative energy because they're not connecting that it is a wound, because you're representing the healing of it. And you have to not take that personal. You choose to help someone. You choose to attune them. You choose to elevate them. You cannot just leave them open and walk away. You have to try your very best to be there for them. And I think the saddest part sometimes is the people that grieve, that come for readings, that sometimes need healing, you know, and they say, well, why didn't my dad come in, you know? And, you know, a lot of times I'll go back to the spirit and say, okay, give me a moment. And of course, it's up to the spirit to come in. You know, are you there? Yes, I am. Can you tell me why you didn't come in first? Because she's still grieving and she's still crying and she expects me to walk in the door, and I'm never going to walk in the door, and she's not going to see me, and I need her to accept me this way and understand that I'm still there for her, but this way, you know. And so it's just really seeing what we don't see and seeing the beauty of, if we acknowledge a spirit body in any way, as a healer, a medium, a psychic, a spiritual person, a religious person, we are going through the process of these emotions that this human experience brings, but we are mindful of going through it so we don't let it torment us or keep us in these low frequency emotions, and we elevate ourselves back up. So it's not that we're better, it's simply that we're learning to accept what we cannot change. I just heard that prayer, never really truly got it, but I get it, I do. And in this journey, we're going to elevate, and when we elevate, we're gonna lose friends. We're gonna have to readjust within our relationships, because when we change our frequency, people know us as we know us. And what the human race doesn't understand is we are so intuitive. It's unbelievable. When we look at each other, when we talk, we always say, what was your impression of that person? But you know what? Really, honestly, to me, that is like, what was your impression? Impression is the imprint of that person's essence and energy. When you walk in a room, you're feeling the impressions in that room. When you meet someone, yeah, you're looking at the outside of them, but what you're feeling in your solar plexus is the impression of their energetic body. And so that's all a medium is doing, is getting to know that energetic body. It's nonsense, you know? And also the comment of, what's the matter with you? What's the matter with you? Are you okay? What's the matter with you? When we're saying that, literally we're matter. Our spirit bodies matter. Our spirit body holds us and carries us. We are matter. We don't even realize what we say. It's just amazing as we go on and really truly embrace this journey. We learn so much. I think every year I learn so much. And every year I'm more excited and more excited about continuing the journey. But there's also realizations that I come to that make me sad. But again, I love this. This is not something that's a job for me. So my selflessness and my sacrifices, being a medium, is amazing and beautiful. I seriously will do this until I die. Am I just a medium? I'm not just a medium. I'm a human being first and foremost. I'm a mom. I'm a wife. You know, I'm not perfect. I make mistakes. There's things that I have done that I'm still cleaning up. So again, you know, just because you're a healer and you're selfless and you're learning to live in that more elevated frequency doesn't mean that all your pain is going to go away. Doesn't mean that everything is going to be okay. No, this is where the work starts now. Because who we were is not who we are. But who we were obviously has, you know, things that we've created. And now we have to, you know, slowly heal them or fix them. And we're able to do it more gracefully, you know. So that's what I want to talk about, guys. You know, being a voice for the spirit world, it's something that I'll do forever. They're beautiful. They're amazing. They are forever our teachers. And, you know, faith is the strongest thing that we can hold on to, knowing that there is an elevated state of being that we can come into and tap into whenever we need to give our mind a rest. And you don't have to do that through meditation just because you're a medium or healer or a psychic. Again, you can do it just to quiet the mind and give yourself rest. Come into that oneness and be in that oneness. So I will continue to be selfless with myself, my time in this human experience for such a beautiful result. And I hope that all of you developing mediums will as well. I don't know everything there is to know, but I know that I love working with the spirit world. And I get the feeling that they're really liking how the world is waking up and how we're giving them a voice. And how beautiful is that? Because they probably have been in the spirit world thinking, if I could just tell my wife I love her one last time, if I could just tell my daughter that I heard her tell me it was okay to go, if I could just tell my son I was there when he got in that car accident and that's why he was safe. You know, just all these beautiful things that we neglect. So I'm going to leave that with you guys. Today is a great sunny day. I hope it's beautiful and sunny by you. And don't forget to be selfless, because being selfless is so gratifying. Bye for now, everybody. Lillian Suarez, and I'm out.